Chapter 5. The Bookstore Aisle. Theme: Can't I just find my own truth? Unbeliever. Chris, a spiritual seeker drawn to mysticism and self-made beliefs. Setting: a quiet used bookstore, early afternoon, in the religion and philosophy section. The bookstore smelled like old paper and pipe tobacco, dusty, rich, nostalgic. Wooden shelves towered above narrow aisles, their spines lined with gold lettering and frayed edges. It was the kind of place that whispered instead of shouted. Daniel trailed his fingers along the shelves until he reached the religion and spirituality section. He spotted Chris already there, holding a thick leather-bound volume titled, The Sacred Self, Unlocking Your Inner Universe. Chris looked up. His long, beaded necklace hung over a linen shirt, and his calm eyes betrayed an ever-churning mind. Daniel, he said with a warm smile. Didn't expect you to come here willingly. I like bookstores, Daniel replied, returning the smile. Especially this section. Plenty of things to agree with, and even more to wrestle with. Chris laughed. Same. It's a spiritual buffet in here. Take what nourishes you. Leave the rest. Daniel picked up a copy of Ecclesiastes. And how do you know what's nourishing? Chris shrugged. You feel it. You know it in your gut. Truth resonates. I don't think we need organized religion to reach the divine. I think the divine is already within. Daniel nodded thoughtfully. That sounds comforting. But it also sounds familiar. He pulled out his Bible from his bag and gently opened it. Judges chapter 21 verse 25. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes. That was a time in Israel's history where they had no king, no direction, and it didn't go well. Chris raised an eyebrow. So you're saying people can't trust themselves? I'm saying the heart isn't always a trustworthy compass, Daniel said gently. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9 says, The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick, who can understand it? We may feel something is true, but feelings don't make truth. They just point to what we want to be true. Chris folded his arms. But don't you see the beauty in everyone discovering their own path? I've read the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, teachings from the Tao. There's light everywhere. I see glimpses, sure, Daniel said. But glimpses aren't the full light. Just reflections. And some reflections are distorted. Chris looked puzzled. Daniel continued. Jesus said in John chapter 8 verse 12, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness but will have the light of life. He's not offering a path. He's claiming to be the light. Chris glanced down at the book in his hands. But isn't that narrow? Why must we assume our inner journey isn't enough? Daniel flipped to Proverbs chapter 14 verse 12 and showed him. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. We all feel like we're moving forward, Daniel said. But without a fixed point of truth outside ourselves, we're just circling. Like ships in the fog thinking they've found the shore, but it's a mirage. Chris looked unconvinced. Then what? We just abandon our intuition and obey a book. Not blindly, Daniel replied. But humbly. God didn't give a scripture to control us, but to reveal himself. It's not about information. It's about invitation. He leaned against the shelf. Truth isn't about finding ourselves. It's about finding him. And when we find him, we finally understand ourselves. Chris looked at him long and hard. I'm not ready to trade mystery for certainty. You don't have to, Daniel said gently. God is mystery, but he's also truth. And he stepped into our world so we wouldn't have to wander in the dark. He opened to John chapter 8 verse 32. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Not your truth. The truth. Chris stared at the words. I don't know, he whispered. I want freedom. But I like the search. Daniel smiled. Then search with your eyes open, and your heart willing. Because when the real truth finds you, you'll know. He's not hiding.